Dear future Sam, and anyone else who can relate. It was not as productive a week as I would have preferred. Let's start by saying that. Last week I mentioned wanting to get together some concepts and have my friends help me figure out a writing project to focus on. Spoiler alert, that didn't happen. And sorry. I want to be able to blame that on school or like chores or even my depression. I would love to say it was one of those reasons, but honestly, none of those were true for this week. Because, so first, to get the easy one out of the way, school, it went well for the most part, aside from one slip up, but that's fine. That's just because I was rushing or something, I guess. But it's not a big deal. And the workload wasn't that bad. I was able to handle it pretty good. You know? However, I guess I gotta say that the depression and chores thing, I don't want to say I didn't feel depressed this week, and that's great. That's great, but not a lot of energy. So I guess I probably was dealing with it a little bit. But, I told myself all week I'm going to do this, this, this. I told myself last weekend I'm going to do this, 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 whatever. Didn't happen, of course. And I guess maybe that is a depression thing, I don't know. But on the bright side, I'm under 230 for the first time in, gosh, since I was like 20-ish, I think. But on the bright side, we spent a lot of time with Ronnie this week. And it was great. There was, one or two little hiccups as tends to happen, but for the most part, countless laughs and smiles and just feeling loved. It was great. It was exactly what I needed, especially since starting next week, he's going to be working Monday through Friday. I'm so happy for him. And I'm not going to be upset about the lost time because I know how much this means to him. I know how much it means to the future we want to have, And on that note, I also got a job. Just with this company called Crumble selling cookies, sure, but it's a job. Might be happy about that. But we could have done so much better. I could have done so much better. I don't know why I keep saying we like the future. I'm still learning how to talk about this, I guess. But here's the thing. I'm getting a little sidetracked. We have this pattern where like things are going pretty good, it's going pretty good. A little bit of improvement, just a general slight gentle slope. And as Dr. Sarlacc always says, little bit of time equals good. A little bit every day. It's probably the most valuable lesson he's taught me over the last year, almost year and a half I've been working with him. But let me show you a perfect example of the self-defeating pattern that we always find ourselves in. Because honestly, I think it explains a lot. We have over here this beautiful planner. Come here, friend. There you go. Oh, oops, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. I see it. There we go. We have this beautiful little planner that I got for myself back in February for my birthday. I asked people to just give me money so I could go shopping for myself because I don't do stuff for myself like that very often, you know? And one of the things I got was this beautiful little legend planner. But here's the problem. I realized a few weeks ago that it's out of sync. Because I just started in February, so I'm never going to have one that exactly lines up with the year because I didn't start at the right time. So I told myself, okay, well then just, I don't know, use it through the end of the year. Don't quite fill it all up. Start fresh in the new year or something if you really want one that is January to December. You know, that's fine. We can do that. But I haven't been using it for a while now, actually. Like, let me see here. When's the last time I updated this? Oh, it's worse than I thought. Last month. Not since last month. And you know, I enjoy doing this. I don't know why I struggle with it sometimes. Like, I have a lot of fun with it. I have little, like, let me find a good one. Like, we got all these like stickers and stuff and like little notes, and you know, if I know what's helping, I know using it was helping. I feel like I was being pretty productive, you know, and I felt nice about myself, and it was a good thing. But I don't know what's gotten into me in the last few weeks. I'm trying to be in this new part of my life and starting this new chapter because it's totally different from anything else I've dealt with in my life so far. I know that. I'm about to be back in the situation of student, worker, and homemaker again, and I was really stressed about that. Maybe that's part of what fucked up this week at least, but it's not just last week. It's been a thing, and I guess that's kind of why I started doing this. Maybe I realized that. Because I'm just trying to work through this, and although I'm trying to be a counselor, I'm not one yet. So I guess this is just me trying to help you, future Sam, because it may seem pretty incoherent, but I feel like if we keep doing this and talking through this, because it's like a verbal meditation almost. You know, just a weekly check-in with you, essentially. Because I know you're gonna be in a really good place if I just keep going. But I gotta stop doing the bare minimum. I do the one step every day, but if there's a new step every day, I don't really make progress, right? I gotta do a couple steps, or else I'm never going to be ahead and able to chase after the things that's past the staircase of just existing. That's a good one. See, and this is why I believe in our creative talent too, because I'm actually a little bit choked up from being a little bit upset because doing this, being emotionally vulnerable, especially when I can see myself, is hard. But that's why I do this. So I don't want it to be hard. I don't want to feel like pursuing happiness is just so hard that I don't want to do it. I can just deal with being okay, I tell myself. No. I'm gonna have that happily ever after I've been dreaming about my whole life. I have the road, I have the map, I see it. I see it. It's far away, but I can see it for the first time in my life. I'm so happy that you're gonna be there. Because it'll make everything I'm doing right now worth it. Every time I get upset about something small, every time I have to catch myself when I say something hurtful on accident or frustrating or it's wrong, I guess, but I have to remember I do a lot of right too. I have to remember that I am good. And hopefully you never question that. I hope you get to a point where you stop questioning it because it hurts. But you know, that's why we keep moving. Because all we can do by going forward is finding more life, you know? And that's kind of just what I need. More. More meaning to my day to day, I guess. Feeling like I actually use my time instead of doing the bare minimum. I can do this. And I know I can because I still picked up the camera today. Even though I didn't want to. I hope next week this video will be happier. I hope it'll be easier. But either way, I'm gonna do it again. Till I finally get to where you are going. So, future Sam, lots of love from the past. I'll try to do better this week.